In this tutorial, we want to draw these 3 different types of water droplets or drips in Inkscape. We'll be using just 2 different techniques. Now we go to File and then go to Document Properties, and then we go to Grades and then choose Rectangular Grid and go to New. The spacing X, we will give it a 10. The spacing Y, will give it as well a 10, and then I will just intensify the alpha channel of the major square so we can see it clearly, and then the major grid line every 6, and then we close this. Now we'll start by drawing a circle, so go for your circle and ellipse tool and then draw a circle that fits in one of the major squares here. Go to Shift Control and go to the center and draw a circle like this, more or less. Okay, now after drawing our circle, we want to go to the select tool to select the circle, and then go to Path, Object to Path to change it to a path. Now we go for our node tool, and then you see this hole here, the top node here. We want to drag it. So I would suggest you go to Control so that we don't distort it when we are moving it up. I want it to go just vertical, so just go up to this point more or less. Make sure you selected only that node, or else it will move with other things. Go to half of the bigger square, and then the next thing we want to do is that we want to make these ends a bit sharp. We can do that by, first of all, I'll show you what the problems you can enter if you just try to hold this handle and just move it down. Let's do it. Just go to Alt so that we don't disturb the length of our handle, and then move it down. You see, now if you try to do the same thing so that you have a sharp place here, like going to selecting the handle and then going to Alt again to move this, what you see is that it will just bring it back to its equilibrium state, which is not what you want. So what you will do is that select the node and then go to break path at selected node, and then you have just one handle to handle the right hand side and one handle for the left hand side. Now I would suggest you go to Alt and Control, because we want to move it at equal distance from both sides, so it's symmetric, so that whatever you do to the right will be the same. And then we move, maybe first go to the hole first and the handle, and then 1 2 3 is sufficient, 45 degrees more or less. And then the same thing, you come here and do the same. You get your handle, make sure you have it, and then you go to Alt and then Control, and then 1 2 3. Now we have this here. We now after doing that, I would suggest you just select it again, and then we want to now join it, because we broke it. We join it again to have what we wanted. Now please do a duplicate of what you have here. Go to your select tool and right click and do a duplicate. Move your duplicate somewhere here. We'll be needing it for the other things. Now the first one here, this one here, you see that it's a bit smooth here. This one is sharp, that's why I left this one here. This is a different technique, because if you see it's a bit much more sharper here. But let's see here now, for us to be able to make this a bit rounded, that what you have to do is that you go to path and then go to path effects, and then you get this dialog box coming in, and then go to plus and then go to corners, and then with this tool here, your edit path by nodes tool, just go and select this node here and then go to shift. If you don't press shift, what we are doing is not going to work, so press shift on your keyboard and then double click this, and then you get this. And then let's change the knot distance to about 1 to smoothen it. If you want more you can, but I will just use 1. I think 1 is good for us. And then choose fillets. Okay, normally it comes with fillets, but in case you have used it before, we are using fillets, and then we do modify. So now you can see that the top is rounded a bit. Now we would select it now and let's do a duplicate. We do a duplicate of this, right click, duplicate, and the duplicates we make it a bit smaller. Let's give the duplicate a white color. So we come here and give it a white color, and we reduce the duplicates a bit more like this. Move the duplicates up here more or less to the top here. That is good. Now we draw another circle. I should have used we can use this even. We do a duplicate of this. It's not important, we just need a circle, something round at the bottom, and then draw and pick the circle and ellipse tool, and then draw a circle again. Choose any color you want to draw it with. This was selected, that's why it's changed, but okay, choose, we change it. It's not important actually. Now we deselect it and choose a different color here, like yellow, and then we go for our circle tool, and then we draw a circle. So we have go to shift control and then draw a circle which is a bit bigger than what we have here. This, if you remember, this fits, this is a circle, the top bottom part was a circle. Now we put this here. Let's reduce what we've drawn a bit for it to be a circle which is about, if we want it a bit wider, so we reduce this circle. Go to shift control and reduce the circle such that it's about 1 square to the small square to the right, 1 small square to the left, more or less. It's not important. And we place somewhere here, and then we select this, select selector, select the one under it. Go to shift and then go to path difference. Now we have a difference. We will place this here, and then we give this also a white color, more or less. Give it a white color. Now we see to it that it's lying in nicely. If it's not, we can adjust it a bit. The two, we give them linear gradients. We give this a linear gradient, and then we give this as well a linear gradient. Now this, I want to move the gradient, adjust the gradient, because you see the white part is rather on the right side. So just select this and go for your gradient, edit gradient tool, and then come here and move, touch the linear gradient line, move this here, and then move this also here like this. and then move this somewhere here like this to make the shine be on the right hand side. Now also press in the middle here, and then we want to put some more color there. We make it a bit lighter by going for this color more or less, and that's it for the top parts. We can adjust it a bit. You can I place it a bit correctly so it's in the middle more or less. Something like this is good. Now the next thing we'll do is this one. We don't need to do anything, we are good with it. So we just select everything here, and then we go to path, and then we go to objects, and then we do group. So we are done with this one here. Now we come to this. What I did was that I just gave it a stroke, a thin stroke. So go to your stroke style, and then we reduce this to about, maybe let's try one, forgotten what I did, 0.1. First of all, change stroke and let it know it needs a stroke, and then come to shift and let's give it this stroke. Actually, the color we used for the other one, this is the stroke I used. And now if you the stroke style is 0.1. now I need to put some, first of all I gave this a linear gradient, the fill. So go to fill and then go to linear gradient, and then you get this. And then I adjusted the gradients a bit, because I go to the edit gradient tool again with this selected. So let's select this, and then we go for it, and then I just move it a bit. I moved it outside a bit, that it was not so something like this is okay, more or less, and then leave it as it is. And then we come and draw an ellipse. Go for your second and ellipse tool and draw an ellipse, something like this is okay. And then we bring this ellipse in here. We will see, depending on how it goes, the gradients. I gave it first of all I gave it the color white, and then I gave it a radial gradient. So let's see what happens. And then the stroke has to go. So go to the stroke and remove the stroke, okay, because we don't want any stroke. So we are finished with this as well. We select this one as well, and then go to objects group. Now the third one is a very simple one. We just go here and draw a circle. Go to shift control and draw a circle by starting in the middle of the major this thing. That you cannot see anything because I was using the color white before and it's remembered. So let's already choose the color that we need is this color. So just go for your select and transform tool, and then we make it big. Shift control please, and then make it a bit bigger like this to fill in the square that we have, the major square. Now the next thing we do is with this selected, go to path, object to path. Now we go for our edit path by nodes tool. As usual, we go for the let's go for the node here. So select it, make sure it's the one selected, and then as usual go to alt. You have to go to alt and move it up so that you don't get it distorted in any way. Of course you have the grid also, so the grid is even a guide, so if you don't go to alt it's okay. And now with this selected, all you need to do is to go to this place, make selected nodes, corners, press it, and then you see you have the third one. The thing we need to do is to remove the grid to see what we've drawn. So this is what we've drawn so far. Thank you for watching. Please help me by subscribing to my channel, and please come again. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.